Hello, this is Angie Auel from Bremer County Conservation, and I have Miss Heather recording for me today. And I'm here to talk to you about turkeys. In November, we like to cover kind of a little bit of a history lesson about our turkeys here in Iowa because they are so delicious and we like to eat them for Thanksgiving. But we want to actually learn about the turkey population here in Iowa. We have a pretty great turkey population. So let's start first about talking about the hen and her nest. So the hen will actually have her nest all picked out before she even goes to mate. She'll pick a spot on the ground and kind of scratch at it, maybe use a couple sticks or a couple leaves, but really not use very much. Just lay the eggs on the ground. The egg is about the size of a chicken egg, and just like what you would have for breakfast. And she's going to lay 10 to 12 of these eggs, but she only lays one egg a day. As she's laying that egg, she will lay the first one and maybe kind of cover it up with some leaves. And then she will go ahead and lay the next one and continue to kind of maybe cover it up with leaves, and she'll leave that. She will not incubate until all 10 to 12 eggs are laid. So once those 10 to 12 eggs are laid, then she will sit on it and she will only leave that nest to go and eat, have a quick little meal, come back and sit on there, or if she has harassed. So if a human harasses her, she will leave, or if a predator is harassing her, she will permanently leave that nest and give it up. So it's very important to kind of leave our birds, all of our birds, alone when it is nesting seasons. So for her, she's going to sit on that nest for 26 to 28 days for incubating her little eggs. And then we have our chicks that are born, or a poult is what a baby turkey is called, as a poult. And that poult is going to actually eat quite a few insects. Insects are going to be the biggest part of their diet. And they want to eat as much of that protein as they can and as much in a quick time to get big, healthy, and fat. So the chicks need to get to be about 6 weeks old to be able to have a good survival rate. Just think about anything and everything out there are trying to eat them. Skunks, possums, raccoons are all huge predators when they are eggs. And those same predators, along with like foxes and other different things, are another predator for them when they get to be a puppet. I have a puppet with me here to help me point out some different parts of a turkey. It's a great way to be able to see a turkey up close. So the first thing we have is a turkey has a beard, a male turkey, which is called a tom, or a turkey that is under 1 year old, it would be called a jake. And they all have a beard. Now guess what? Sometimes hens, our female ones, can actually have beards also. So when you get a turkey license, you get a license to shoot a bearded turkey, because you might be out hunting and you think that, oh, I see a tom, and you go to shoot it because it has a beard and it's really a female, which in the spring season, you don't want to shoot any females, but it's for a bearded. So sometimes, sometimes girls can grow facial hair a little bit too. And so that happens to turkeys too. So they have a beard. Then a very fun thing that they have over the top of their beak, this red, bright red thing. And I have a few pictures to show you. We have a picture here. This is a really long one, and that is called a snood. That's a super fun word, I like to say. But a snood is that part that goes over the top of the beak. And if you can see, when they are really trying to attract that female, they're going to have a red, white, and blue head. And it's very bright colors to try to attract that mate. Now, the males actually kind of have a pecking order, and the top male can breed up to about 12 females. And He will, fight other turkeys off. And when we're speaking about fighting, they actually have a spur on the back of their foot, about the back of their leg. And that spur is for fighting. So they will actually fight with each other to decide who is the biggest and best male. They will also use that in defense. So say that a fox is trying to eat them. They are going to use that spur to help try to get that. But they have super strong legs. Really, a lot of muscles are going to be in that leg also. And then they have great toes and great nails for digging, for scratching. So all of our turkeys are going to eat different kinds of seeds. Acorns are a huge part of their diet, especially during the winter time. And the insects, they really do like to dig into the ground to try to find insects. So a lot of times when we see them out in the fields during the springtime, they're actually not trying to dig up the seeds that the farmers have put in there. They're actually trying to get the grubs that are growing or that are moving and living in that soil. And here is another great example of what that Tom's hen is going to look like. That kind of red, white, and blue with that big old snood, the wattle that comes down here, things that the female is not going to have. So let's go back to, or let's go to one of these pictures here of our female. And our female, you can kind of see, she doesn't have a snood at all. She's not nearly as colorful as what our male turkey is. And then our male turkey also sticks out his fan to attract those females and really puffs himself up very, very big to look attractive to find that great mate. So our turkey has a nice long beak to be able to pull out those different insects. Also, worms or seeds that they're finding in the ground. And so they use those toes to kind of dig them up, and then a great beak for being able to pull them out. So a turkey does have an area for a nose for breathing and stuff, but a turkey actually has no sense of smell. So our only bird that has a sense of smell are turkey vultures, but they have fantastic eyesight. Since they don't have that sense of smell, they do have great eyesight to be able to see any predators heading their way. To see turkey hunters, that would be me. They don't come over to me. I've never shot a turkey before. So they have fantastic eyesight to help make up for that lack of sense of smell. So turkeys also have 6,000 to 7,000 feathers. That is a lot of feathers. But when you look at their body, they're covered in feathers. Now, one thing about it is their head does not have any feathers on it. So it's the rest of their body. So we look at their male again here, and you see that he does not have any feathers on that head, okay? But as a poult, they do have feathers. They have feathers covering their whole body, except for the bottom part of their legs and their beaks. So otherwise, they have feathers everywhere. Now let's talk about kind of how much each one weighs. So a poult, when it is hatched, it weighs 1 ounce. That's it, 1 ounce. That's pretty tiny, isn't it? Now, a female hen turkey, she'll weigh 8 to 12 pounds. And I didn't mention it before, but hen turkey that is under 1 year old, they actually have the name Jenny. So they are Jennies, and the males, when they're under 1 year old, they're called Jakes. So Jakes and Jennies. Okay, and then back to our male. Our male turkeys can be 20 pounds or more. So that's why they make a fantastic Thanksgiving meal. Turkeys can run up from 12 to 15 miles per hour. That's pretty fast. They usually run in a short distance, but can turkeys fly? Yeah, they can fly. They may not look like they're the most graceful thing in the world to fly, but yes, they definitely can fly. They actually fly up into the trees and roost at every night. So it is very, very important for them to be able to do that. And usually the poults can fly very short distances for up to after they're about 2 weeks old. Now they're still going to be, those poults are still going to be staying on the ground for a long period of time until they get to be a little bit stronger and they can maybe start to roost up in the trees. So that's kind of the most dangerous time for those poults because they are on that ground. Now, a few fun facts, since we are thinking about, Thanksgiving coming up, but President Abraham Lincoln was actually the first president to make it a tradition to pardon a turkey for Thanksgiving. His 8-year-old son, Tad, made friends with a turkey that was given to the first family as a Thanksgiving meal. Tad later named that bird Jack, and that started a tradition that the President of the United States would pardon a turkey. Benjamin Franklin thought that the wild turkey should be our national bird. He thought it was a respectable bird and that we should use it. Now, you know what our national bird is, right? A bald eagle. Yep. So a bald eagle won out. And some Native Americans actually thought of eating, if they would eat a turkey, it was actually giving them cowardly because they thought that the turkey was a cowardly bird because it ran away. So it's kind of interesting to see what different cultures think that different animals stand for. And it's just kind of fun to learn some of our history of the turkey.